Alright, we got Nullstone taking on PI in this Diamond Division round of 8 series from last weekend. This match was played on Saturday, and let's see how it goes.
Saturday.
Last Saturday, yeah.
Saturday.
Which was 2 days ago.
Who's Teltook? What the hell?
Teltook is the player that they got to replace File, who was removed from the team.
Oh, File. I know that guy.
Yep.
File's on Donkey Kong.
He is now on Donkey Kong, which was comprised mostly of DNKE.
X.
Got a couple of players,
people got kicked.
and then they've
Pretty
reformed
much.
their team, which is pretty funny.
We beat those guys, by the way. Quincy, are you proud?
I'm so proud. You
Oh,
beat a
yeah.
bunch of Danes. I'm not. It's not really that impressive.
I come here to boast.
Yeah.
That's all I do. Just
And-
brag.
And that only lasts for about 30 seconds because then Stu's out of things to boast about. No response. There is.
What?
There is no
I wasn't
response.
paying
to
attention. I was reading chat. What'd you say?
Apparently, the Twitch chat thinks that you are a good guy. They really do not know you, boy.
I am a good guy,
Uh-huh.
Quincy. I'm so good. I bowed down to your terrible attitude.
You show up to cast every so often, which is kind of nice, but
Yeah, Quincy, I'm the only one who casts.
that's not true.
I'm not even.
Shortcan casted 2 days in a row. Now, Enthos,
I casted like the entire month of
Pretty
Cycle
much, well.
6.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Are you mad?
If I could find anybody else, just nope.
Go ahead, Quincy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Apparently, you and I are the
I'm
only
your
ones that
only
can
hope.
stand each other.
Yes.
It's pretty
No
much what's going on
elephants.
here.
though. No elephants.
Anyway, we have a game going on here. Trumbull and Parasite getting banned out by Drenst, Swiftblade, and Dr. Repulsor removed by PI. That Trumbull ban might seem a little bit strange to you, but it was reintroduced into the competitive scene, and
Look at it. It's Ceratoss.
it's Ceratoss.
I
Ceratoss
was
is a
surprised.
notorious Trumbull player. So
He only has 9% tremble. No, that's not it.
Oh my God.
Where's Ceratoss with a 4? There it is. There's the 20% tremble.
Yep, 20% Trumbull. Oh god, I'm getting a call. Holy
Oh
crap.
my god.
It's fine. Give me a second.
Oh my god. Quincy has T-Mobile. Ugh. God. Oh, are they gonna pick Warbeast? That'd be smart. Pick Warbeast. Oh, wait, why would they pick Kraken and then leave them Magnus and Bubbles? Now they're fucked. They have no... They can pick Prisoner, but they can just adjust lanes and get raped. They need to pick up Lead Hunter here and silence everything. That'll be the way to go. No, not a Glacius. Ugh. This is just saying that they're gonna dual lane short lane. No. No.
Alright, I'm back. Everything's fine.
No, they just displayed that they're gonna dual lane short lane, Quincy.
That's not necessarily true. They could dual middle with Glacius.
No, but it's a terrible... I mean, it's only good with a hooker, and they can't pick Prisoner because they'll get raped.
They could pick Prisoner because Slasky's good, and they could pick Gauntlet because Slasky knows how to play that hero too.
I know, but they'll get punished because they'll just send Bubbles mid and Magnus will suicide. That's why it's good to have those heroes. You can just switch lanes on them. And
Then-
Warbeast is good because he needs lockdown, and Bubbles and Magnus rape.
Glacius could rotate top if they try to do that.
I know, which is why Glacius can't be mid, which is why it's bad, because
No.
they know that they can punish the Glacius.
You force them to rotate mid and suicide, which they probably won't do. They're probably just going to keep that lane static. And if they do rotate it, then you can just send Glacius top and box out the Magnus.
No, I don't mean like rotate like that. I mean like in terms of picks. Like if they see a hooker, they're just gonna send Bubbles mid,
Right.
and they should know that. So they have to dual lane top, which is a waste of a dual lane because Magnus is gonna get levels anyways.
Nah, that'll be fine.
Yes.
It's mostly because now he plays a lot of Glacius. He really likes that hero.
I mean it's good at
Oh,
laning.
God
So
damn it,
oh
PI.
god. Oh my god.
That was not a great pick.
That's a terrible pick.
I don't like it. Sorry,
Drunken's
Smelly.
good versus single target damage in the entire.
Yeah, they
Each
really don't have.
computer's AoE
They
and
have
auto
no
attack.
targeted spells. That untouchable is going to be only good for reduced
Oh.
damage.
God.
That was not a great pick.
And he won't even be able to click the lunge on like
Right.
any of those heroes.
It's gonna get disjointed by Take Cover and Steam Bath really hard.
And he can't even click it on Warbeast if he just puts the wolves on top of him.
Not to mention Drunken Masters is just a terrible hero, regardless of all of those. Regardless of the fact that it's not a good against this team. Yeah, I really don't like that pick.
Me neither.
Oh, well.
It's a terrible pick, especially right now.
I do like the Legion's draft, though, in general.
I mean, I guess it's okay, because technically Drunken beats Magmus one-on-one, but he doesn't actually.
And there's no way that Drunken and Magmus are going to lane against each other.
You don't... I mean, he could, like, solo top, and Magmus could solo top.
I really hope that.
I'm pretty sure Drunken is the Ceratops hero, right?
No, I don't think I've seen him play Drunken.
I'm pretty sure I've seen him play Drunken.
No, I'm guessing this is going to be a Suicide Drunken. I think Telta
plays
the Drunken
gold.
and
Because
Slavsky plays the Kraken.
Why would they put Kraken? Never mind. It doesn't matter.
They're going to pick a jungler for Shortcan. Tempest is still on the board. Legion already have Warbeast, so...
I think they should pick Bloodhunter, Hellborn.
God, why? You've already lost the game. You might as well go.
No,
might as well call
no. Instead of the Drunken, they should have picked Bloodhunter because Bloodhunter's silence destroys Magmus and Bubbles.
It's true.
And he can just ult the Warbeast, and the Warbeast can't move.
Okay.
Damn.
All right.
Logic. You mad, Quincy? I have logic behind my Bloodhunter pick.
It's a logical pick. I still hate Bloodhunter. I feel like there's probably better heroes that you could deal with that, like Prisoner.
No, Prisoner just gets destroyed by Warbeast auto attacks with Puzzle Box. Bloodhunter can just eat a Puzzle Box.
Yeah, but then you take so much damage.
He heals like half of it.
Yeah, well, it's fine.
He's the only hero that can do that, besides like Bubbles with a Midas.
How about Electrician?
No, he takes damage.
That's true. He does take damage anyway. Second stage ban, Puppet Master Ophelia Silhouette for Legion team, so focusing on that short lane as well as the one jungle ban. Rally, Empath, and Pyromancer get taken out by the Hellborn, so mostly supports getting taken out, and they will pick the Torturer here, so likely looking at another short laner for Beaver Banger. On the Null
they want Shortcat on Legionnaire because they know he sucks at Legionnaire.
Tempest. Still available.
I don't think they'll pick Tempest.
I think they will. I think they'll pick Tempest.
Sounds kind of... Especially since they have a Drunken, like, they don't have that much AoE right now. Unless they pick, like, a bonus or something, there's not going to be any AoE for that.
Suck it, Stu.
What?
Called that shit.
What? Called what? Tempest?
The Tempest.
There's a Tempest? Damn it, I have to fast forward. You don't say anything about the Torturer. You didn't say anything about the Torturer, so I thought I was on par.
Didn't I say something about the Torturer? I'm pretty sure I said something about the Torturer.
No, you didn't say anything.
I'm pretty sure I did. No, Tempest works well with Glacius and Kraken. So... yeah, it's not that great with Drunken.
But Drunken's like total shit.
Well, Drunken was just a terrible
in every
pick.
respect.
Like, that doesn't make any sense at all, so... not picking Tempest, because... No, I didn't. On either side.
Okay.
We saw the soft pick Rhapsody for the Legion team, and I suspect they're not going to take that. Although I guess they could actually carry the Torturer.
They're not.
They're not going to pick Rhapsody? I'm going to guess that they... damn it. Corrupted Disciple. Okay. That's interesting.
It owns Drunken.
Yeah.
Conduit goes through Untouchable, I'm pretty sure.
And he can just be like, yeah, you know, I'm going to de-armor you, so mitigated damage, don't care.
Yep.
Not bad.
You can't really man up as melee heroes versus a CD. There's the Bloodhunter! Yeah. Yes!
I haven't seen the Bloodhunter pick yet, so stop yelling. It's bad. Okay, there we go. He just picked it. It's gonna be Ceratops. I told you that Ceratops doesn't play Drunken Master. It's gonna be Teltook, Drunken Master, and Kraken on Slavsky's hands.
Well, I don't like that, because Drunken's like shit suicide now. I mean, he's just gonna get raped by CD, and especially Torture. Torture's just gonna impale him and rape him. I really just hope that Hellborn goes in Legion's woods and wards something, because if you let a Warbeast free farm, it's really, really bad.
And it's pretty easy to shut him down too. It doesn't jungle that quickly early on.
Yeah, like if they don't punish them for the Warbeast, then this game's gonna be like almost unwinnable to an extent, because Warbeast is gonna outfarm Tempest, and he's gonna be able to push towers faster, I think.
And more importantly, he actually does damage in team fights. Tempest is really, really focused on his ultimate and pushing, so... Alright, well, We'll see. I do like the Legion lineup a lot better here.
Me too. But Hellborn has Blood Hunter, so I have to take them as my favorites. Even though the Blood Hunter bought regen for some stupid reason. You don't need regen on Blood Hunter, but okay.
Dude, Ceratoss knows what he's doing. He only plays like 4 heroes, so he must play them all really, really well.
I mean, I buy Blood Hunter. I mean, I buy regen on Blood Hunter just because I suck at last hitting. But I imagine Ceratoss to be like better at last hitting than me.
Why do you imagine that? He's a Euro.
I know, but I haven't played this game in like. I take like month-long breaks. By the time I figure out how to last hit, I take another month-long break and then I forget.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I get it. By the way, is this a different Skull Crusher Warbeast avatar? It's freaking red.
It's red until you get ult, then it turns blue.
Ah. I didn't know.
There's special things about Gold Edition avatars, if you didn't know.
There are, I know, I did know that, but I did not know
Every
that
single Gold
one.
Edition avatar has something like that.
Interesting.
Potato.
What about, like, Pebbles?
Pebbles, golden. No, he's just macaroni Pebbles. That's all. That's all he is.
So
He's
when you
special
said
enough.
every single avatar,
Well, the newer ones, Quincy, like Yan the Wo Wang, when you get a kill with your ult, your little slaves start dancing.
I don't know what hero that is.
That's Soul Reaper,
Oh.
the one with a giant pedestal.
Oh, that, yeah, all the people, like, they
Yeah.
carry him around or whatever.
I call them slaves.
They probably are slaves.
Yeah, there's a game, Quincy.
There is a
Just
game,
Shut up.
and it's pretty obvious. They're actually going to dual lane this bot lane with Glacius, and that's going to help Drunken Master out a lot, because if that didn't happen, then he was going to get destroyed here. I guess
And it's
that's
good.
good.
Because Magnus is just gonna rape this Blood Hunter. I mean, Blood Hunter's gonna
Yeah.
rape this Magnus.
Yeah.
You know what I meant.
I do know what you meant. Magnus should, or Bloodhunter should definitely beat Magnus. So you got me all turned around too, god damn it.
Correct.
I still feel like CD and Torture can win this bottom lane though, because Corrupted has the range advantage when it comes to last hitting. So.
Well, the
eventually-
thing is, Torture bought no stat items because he expected it to be a solo Drunken, so he's pretty susceptible to feeding. And now he's raping him.
The other thing though is that they don't have the pull blocked, which means they're not going to get lane control. Alright, we'll freeze on Torture.
Yes.
He'll be fine though.
And there
There's
is
a
a
lot of
thing,
regen.
Quincy. This Warbeast, he's been starting to level his W when he jungles.
Instead of the E.
Yeah, I guess because W gives assist now, right?
I believe so. It's an active buff.
So it's pretty much the same. If somebody on your team gets a kill, you get the same amount of gold, you just get less EXP.
Right.
So technically it's about the same in terms of
And
usefulness.
I think it reduces his jungling speed a little bit, but obviously it helps
It's
his team
by
as well.
like-
So.
It's by like 30-40 seconds.
Yeah.
It reduces your level 6.
But
30-40 seconds.
giving your team the extra auto attack damage is pretty much worth it.
Yep. Especially in these solo lanes that they need to do well in, like Bubbles
Top
and
and mid.
Magnus.
I mean, that's the only
And
way
they
that
benefit.
Bubble's gonna beat Kraken.
Like Magnus is doing a lot of harass damage, even though he shouldn't be able to, because he has power to outlast it with glowing hands,
Same thing.
and he's maxing Z. So
Similar thing happening in middle lane where Kraken would probably just destroy this Bubbles under normal circumstances, but the hands help Bubbles keep pace.
oh, I lied. Magnus actually isn't doing well top. He just did a lot of damage to him.
He's not. Ceratoss definitely
And
winning that lane. Ceratoss, in fact, the top farmer of the game right now, but only for the time being. Corrupted actually having some issues in this bottom lane, which is surprising to me.
Well, you can't really last. It's harder to last it when you're contested as a CD.
Sure, but I guess Torture really hasn't had much of an impact. Gonna pop the impalement there and miss the chain reactions as well, so.
Yeah, Torture
It's not great.
hasn't really done anything. He has 2% more damage.
I mean, in dual lanes, Torture doesn't really do much.
he has 2%
Especially-
hero damage. Quincy.
Especially
That's
when you go
one
for
auto
impalement over agonizing bonds.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
guess
god.
He's just getting it to increase push.
That electric tide did half of Glacius' health.
I know, it was really funny. But I think in a second, CD's gonna die.
Now, there he goes, the initiation. They get a creep wave here as well, and the Glacius Freeze is going to be doing a lot. Yeah, there's the Bloodlust onto Beaver Banger, so it's
That's
almost
bad
like
stuff.
you're ahead of me, in some sense.
Almost.
Almost like that.
Thank God this Cholo Simeone isn't on Magnus, because I can just imagine him maxing fucking Steam Bath in a one melee lane. I see it already.
Instead, he's maxing his silence instead of getting a point and take cover, which doesn't make
It's
sense to me.
okay because it's a Kraken. Like, you're not realistically gonna use take cover that great versus Kraken.
I think you can.
And
Just
the
in
only
bottom lane,
person
get
who's
locked
gonna
out a little
gank
bit. Is he gonna survive this? No, he's not. The
He's
wolves
gonna-
are there. That'll finish him off. Drunken Master actually getting some damage stolen, but has the protection of the tower, and he's gonna be just fine. So.
Anyways.
Evening things up. I feel like you can take cover the torrent pretty easily, and if you're real good, you can take cover the charge.
It's not that important to take cover that, especially since nobody maxes the torrent or anything.
Yeah, well.
With glowing hands, you can get more harass in, so that unexpected burst off of a W will be better than a take cover. And the only person who's going to gank him is Tempest, and take cover doesn't help versus Tempest. So why short can level 5?
You could. I mean, you could potentially take cover one of the Glacial Blasts or something.
I know, but it's not like the most useful thing in the world.
I feel like getting 1 point and take cover is worth it. Like,
maybe at level
there are very few situations in which I feel like just get like a single point. It does a lot, even though it's very short. I feel like it does a lot to be able to block stuff, especially if you know what you're doing with the hero.
Debatable.
No. Fine, debatable. Anyway, bottom lane, you can see another freeze here as Corrupted Disciple trying to get away. Last auto attack from Snowy will kill him though, so Beaver Banger having some serious issues in this bottom lane. Sub 200 GPM, he's died twice.
Yeah, Torture doesn't really have any impact on this lane whatsoever.
Nope.
They're just gonna have to rely on Beast. He could. Bubbles has ult mid now, so him and Warbeast can go gank if they can gank the Kraken if they want.
I guess so. Actually, Zenoe might be a little bit in danger here. Chain Reaction's not going to connect, and they could turn this around, but they don't really want to, it seems like. Warbeast kind of moving over. Yeah, by the way, both junglers farming at about the same speed. What you got a little behind in levels, but they both have 260 or so GPM, so Shortcan getting the mana ring. It's good. Just correct build. My opinion.
You're saying that the Chalice build is not correct, Quincy. That is your official statement.
Pretty much.
Okie dokie, I agree.
I much prefer the mana ring. I mean, it
I
depends.
feel like you should always get a mana ring. Like, Chalice
Yeah.
alone is bad. I feel like you should get a mana ring after the
You
Chalice.
almost never need that much mana. Like, Chalice and mana ring seems excessive.
Well, I mean, if you're like powerful.
So you're gonna get caught out here in the bottom lane, and so you're gonna try to drop a freeze, but is still gonna die pretty easily. And Warbeast thing 6 right there, turning blue. So he has access to his R button now. It's gonna become more of an issue as this game progresses.
And true, what is that? That hard camp just got blocked by a ward. I really want to see Drents counter it since it's like 7 minutes. Warbeast hasn't done the hard camp. They should know 100% that was warded. It's gonna be a huge loss of vision for them if he does counter it. So that'd be good. And I want to see Shortcan ult something like top, since Bloodhunter has an ulti. Like even Bloodhunter TPing bottom to ult something, or even Tempest TPing anywhere to ult something is just, it puts them ahead by a lot more than they already are, and they can push their advantage.
I think you can
Because
say
their
the
entire
same thing
team's mid-game base.
about Magnus, Bubbles, and Kraken. That I wouldn't really hate seeing rotation from any of them to try to set up a kill somewhere else. They're pretty static here. They're actually top lane. That might be happening. Shorthand looking like he's going to set something up. Glacius also rotating over to this top lane. They're going to need to silence the Magnus out and put the Hemorrhage on him. And I think Fuzzy Sloth knows that something's up because...
Yep. They have a lane ward bottom, so they know that Glacius isn't there, and they're likely to not be ganking a Bubbles without Veiled Drought. So he's heading mid in case they are ganking him mid.
We're going to be controlled by the Hellborn team. Kraken picking it up. He's got a double damage. That's not bad.
No counter ward off the hard camp yet. Kind of annoying since it should be fairly obvious. The ward's right there.
It's really funny how passive everybody's playing. Like, 3 or 4 heroes are missing off the map right now, and both sides are basically going, I don't want to get caught. Especially with Nullstone. They're playing really passive.
Any Shurikens deciding to push, I'd like to see Bubbles set up after he farms that wave mid to defend top, since they have a Magnus ult in the trees right now. I'm pretty sure he has range to hit, like, the middle of the lane. So that'll be good if they can get this gank off. And, yep, Bubbles
here
coming.
it goes. Magnus looking at the Sun of the Tempest, gets silenced out, though, and that'll be the end of that. Really can't initiate any further. Bubbles a little bit farther back.
Yep.
So they will stop the tower push, but don't get any kills out of it. And it costs them 3 heroes as well.
Kraken looks like he's heading bot to gank.
But there's this lane ward that's going to spot him and his double damage. And so...
Which is why that's really bad to do. If he had a Veiled Rot, or just the presence of mind to get a Veiled Rot, because they don't have a counter ward bottom. Like, if you don't counter ward the long lane, you go to gank it with a Veiled Rot, because they're 100% not expecting it. They have a lane ward to protect themselves. You should just walk straight through the lane ward. Like, you're gonna feel super safe, which is why it's better to have it. Saw Kraken, now he's just gonna sit behind the tower. Kraken's getting nothing, Balls is closer to Steam Boots.
And he actually might run into Warbeast and Torture here, but they don't have enough lockdown to kill him, really.
Nope. They need Boobles ult. They're taking top tower.
Yep. And that will be pretty easily killed. As Shortcan gets it. He's up to 300 GPM now, so... Him and Ceratops are actually outfarming everybody in Legion side, and PI taking a pretty solid resource advantage right now. We're about 10 minutes in, 2,500 gold for them.
I'd just like to see them make use of their ults. They still haven't used it once. I mean, I guess Legion's doing a good job staying off the map, but they should still try and force something with Veiled Rot. Or at least place counter wards in the lane, since it's fairly obvious that they have at least a lane ward bottom. So, they need to make use of Veiled Rot, since they're a pretty mid-game dependent ganking team. With just Tempest for pushing. And they're gonna start getting out farmed by Warbeast. At least the Tempest is, so. And have that extra late game.
In fact, Warbeast is the top farmer in the Legion team, which is good that they've managed to shut Beaver Banger down at this point, but they really did not address him in the woods at all. And actually, they're gonna see Kraken as he comes into the side. He'll just teleport away and he should be fine. Yeah, unable to find the stun, so. They have no idea where he went. He's gone, fellas. He's gone. Anyway, we got 4 Legion heroes in this bottom lane. Fuzzy Sloth trying to recover his farm a little bit in the top lane. He's got only 200 gold per minute, but looks like the team fight will be setting up in this bottom lane. Obviously, both sides have access to plenty of ultimates because nobody's used anything at this point. There we go, counter ward right on top of the ward site.
Bam. Took long enough.
Yep.
I think it's kind of better though to just use Veiled Rots as a team. Because like they have that feeling of security when you have the lane ward. Yeah. It's really unexpected, just catches people off guard. Yeah, good warding coming out from Znawi, kind of showing all rotations in the Legion woods. So they know that they're leaving bottom now, it's a free tower.
Legion side going to try to counter push that a little bit in the middle lane. Impalement from Torture going off, but they're actually going to activate the Glyph, and they should back this off pretty quickly. So they have 2 heroes here as well to defend. 3 now, 4 grouped up in the middle. But Drunken and Glacius backing off the Legion team. And I really like the way that PI is playing this, actually.
Yep. Legion's kind of, I mean, they know their game plan. They want to be split pushing, but Hellborn's just a little ahead of the game, I guess, with rotations. They don't want to get set up on and Bloodhunter ulted. Bloodhunter is only level 9 though, so if they are going to take a fight, it's going to be before or they're going to want to do it before he's level 11. That's a pretty big mark for Bloodhunter.
I mean, nobody's actually farming all that well in terms of levels or gold. It's because everybody's like so scared of getting picked off that instead of going to take farm in the lane, they're hanging back and trying to make sure that they don't die.
Favoring Hellborn because they actually won the short lane, so that's the thing. I'd just like to see Bloodhunter. Oh, yep.
Feeling like he wants this Magnus, but no, say that again. Sorry.
No. Keep going, Quincy. Stand on this Magnus and Kraken staring each other down. Keep going.
Well, they're not staring each other down.
It's so interesting.
Magnus can't see Kraken, so.
Look at him. He's just Oh man. Okay. What I'd like to see Ceratops actually max his Q for once because I know that he doesn't.
Why you have to start talking right when they actually initiate? Ceratops gonna get this kill on the Fuzzy Sloth, so some pretty solid patience right there from Kraken. It's like I can't do this on my own, so. Let's bring in Bloodhunter for that silence.
But yeah, I would like to see him actually max his silence for once, because he's versus a Magnus and a Bubbles. Both of those heroes get destroyed by silence, as well as War Beast if you can manage to get it off before he ults. So
yeah,
it's a pretty big deal. I'm not a particular fan of the Firebrand. I guess that's just preference.
All right, so
He is going for a Geos, it's okay.
I'm thinking a little crazy here, but I feel like they really want a Null Fireblade in Legion team because the silence can pretty much fuck 2 of their heroes.
Yes.
Assuming that
but
they get
at the
one,
same time,
gets it?
they sort of want a BKB.
Well, do you really want a BKB and Bubbles? Magnus,
I mean,
okay,
not Bubbles, but like, Bubbles can just get a tablet or something. It's not a big deal. Bubbles should be able to blink in, Shell Surf, ult, silence before. He should be initiating on the Blood Hunter, so that's not really an issue for him. It's just more of like in the middle of team fights, if it's clustering around. If that Blood Hunter catches Magnus off guard, that's pretty much a one fight for Alpha. No counter initiation, it's game over. But he should be prioritizing Warbeast with the ult, because it's pretty much guaranteed lockdown on Warbeast. He can't just go ham in the middle of fights.
We'll silence out the Bubbles in the middle lane, and with the Hemorrhage, he's going to try to TP away. That's not going to work, as the Freeze and Lunge from Drunken Master are there, so... Pretty easy kill onto Cholo Simeon, and Zanawi going to screw down out of there as well. Drops a lane ward, actually, that's going to spot out this Magnus. And in the jungle, Kraken and Warbeast sort of going at it, but this is going to turn into a tier 1 tower push in the middle lane, and PI should be continuing to expand their gold lead with this.
I'm actually not 100% sure they want a puzzle, or I mean, they want a Nullfire, though. I mean, generally,
I'm not either.
Blood Hunters pick up Nullfire. It's not like a super hard counter to Blood Hunter or anything. I mean,
right.
Pretty much all you need to do to counter Blood Hunter is stun him.
And, I mean, with Magma's Portal Key, they may not even need it, because ideally he would never be in a position where he'd get hit by the silence.
Yeah, but if it does manage to happen in, like, a gank, he's screwed.
Yeah, it's going to screw him, is the problem. But the problem is, like, their decent Nullfire carriers are probably corrupted in Warbeast, but neither of those are even particularly good Nullfire carriers, and if they get one, a lot of the time they won't be in a position to use it.
I feel like right now they just want to stack as much armor as possible.
They're gonna put the silence on Bubbles once again, and the Hemorrhage? Man, that thing has no cooldown, huh? 70 seconds, It was just used. And Cholo could be in some trouble. He's already pretty low, but they're gonna go back into this. He's sipping on the bottle to try to get some health back. Magmus looking for a stun. We'll get one on just the Blood Hunter. Kraken gonna miss his charge. A freeze onto Magmus with the release the Kraken right on his face. We'll see if there's enough damage. Snowy in the background putting the Glacial Blast. That will be a death on Fuzzy Slaw. They also pick off the Glacius, but there goes Drents on the opposing support, so it's 2 for 1 right now. Glacial Blast stunning out the Corrupted Disciple. There's a Word of Sight here, spawning exactly where he's going. He still has the ultimate active, but it's not going to be enough to keep him alive, and Beaverbanger taking the 3rd death for this Legion team. That will result in both Warbeast and Bubbles getting out of there without really taking very much damage, but very good fight for PI. They didn't have to commit a Tempest ultimate. They used the Glacius ult and the Kraken ult. That's fine. And they may continue to push this.
I don't like that. Blood Hunter just bought a Frostburn.
Right? I think he needs Shrunken.
Yeah, I think he needs Shrunken too, just for Magnus and Blood Hunter. I mean, that fight he didn't really get locked down because he managed to silence the Bubbles out of the fight early, and then Magnus after. But you should still always have Shrunken as insurance, because all Blood Hunter needs to do is be able to run around in the fights. If he can be able to run around, get kills, etc., it's really easy, because you can just heal around as long as you're not locked down. But Bubbles is out.
I mean, Shrunken's extremely core on Blood Hunter too, because, I mean, the other thing you can do is silence yourself and then purge it off with the Shrunken activation, so.
Or even Nullfire, if he wanted to buy his own. I feel like Nullfire is better than an Ice Brand in that sense. Like, if you're gonna try and go for chase potential, I don't think a Frostburn is the way to do it. I feel like a Nullfire is better, and you can turn the Firebrand into a Geos to... Did they fix that to spell on Conduit? I don't think they did.
And if you want chase potential, I'd rather have a Basher, to be honest.
Probably.
Especially against Warbeast.
But like, yeah, Basher's good.
Warbeast is not going to give 2 craps about a Nullfire Blaze, and like, I'm still going to run away.
Okay, I don't like that. Kraken is buying a helm for some reason. They already have one useless helm on Drunken Master. They shouldn't be getting a second one.
I mean, they really want to get tanky. He's already got a PK, so Solaski's actually had pretty solid farm here, and they're going to take another tier 2 tower on the Legion side. That's going to leave just one outer tower available for the Hellborn team in the long lane. Hemorrhage goes onto Corrupt Disciple. He's trying to live in the background. Magnus charging the Eruption up. He's got a portal key right onto Bloodhunter's face. He's definitely not surviving this one. Oh, Astrolight going to keep him alive for a little bit longer. There goes Drents as a consequence. Yeah, Tempest Hole catching 2. Bubbles also here. Magnus trying to get some counter as Drunken Master's looking for him. What you got actually got picked up by Slasky on the Kraken. Meanwhile, Drunken trying to push Corrupted away, not going to be able to do enough damage to kill him. Bubbles trying to get out and get Tempest will be able to find him as Beaverbanger picks up double tap. All of a sudden, Kraken could be in some trouble, but there's not a lot of mana left on any of these heroes. They really don't have a way to stop his teleport, so oh, they do actually somehow. How did Fuzzy Slot get? Oh, mana battery. Never mind.
Yep. Okay. Mana battery and intros. Can see.
It's fine. Nice play from Fuzzy.
The biggest problem from that fight was when Warbeast got picked off, he was watching the team fight instead of where his hero was. So, when Slaskitter at stun ultied him, he just stood there, like trying to move to the team fight because he was watching the team fight. So, that was kind of a problem. But good Magnus ult, they killed Bloodhunter really fast because he doesn't have a Shrunken.
Yep.
So, he died, and that was pretty much the fight right there.
I mean, he's got vestments, which is nice, but he's not tanky enough to really make use of it.
Yeah, if he had like an Energizer as well, he might be tanky enough to like have eaten a creep or something, but I still don't like just stacking movement speed on Bloodhunter. He already has haste with his ult. All you need to do is be able to not get stunned.
Yeah. A little bit iffy in the item choices there from Certas. And
actually, can you purge off Conduit with Nullfire? I feel like that was a thing, right?
It's a good question. I have no idea. I haven't played with or against Corrupted enough to know. It's not a particularly common hero. Veiled Rod's going to be used by Snowy here, and Drunken Master, he looking for some setups here. Bubbles Illusion can spot out the rotation. I really hope they don't think that's real. They don't. Maybe they do. It's a pretty solid micro from Cholo. Now they realize it's not. It's either the squishiest bubbles in the history of the world, or it's a fake one.
I'll go with Squishy.
Clearly, and it's just running the creep wave and dying. Wow.
Dang.
What a hero.
Legion, Bubbles, death to Hellborn. He's just gaining for lives. Yeah, Bloodhunter is actually not that farmed. It's only level 12. Nobody in this game is really farming, taking off at all.
I mean, that was mostly a consequence of, the really slow laning phase. Nobody got too much out of that. And
everybody sat like behind towers.
Kraken gonna get jumped in the top lane with the portal key eruption combo. Silenced out, lots of teleport support. They get the release of Kraken onto Magnus. Isn't gonna be enough to get any counter kills. Yeah, Magnus not getting out of this one. Kelpfield actually gets dropped onto a couple, but he's still definitely gonna die here. He's silenced and killed, so it's a 1-for-1. They actually lose the tower as nobody thought to deny it, so that's a bit of a problem, but in the end, Legion coming out probably ahead on that one. They use more ultimates, but they get a tower and a pick, and they lose the Magnus, but oh well.
So that's kind of the thing, though. Like, Kraken bought a helm, but he still didn't live through the jump. Once you're caught, he's dead. I mean, maybe if he had a vestment, and
that's what I'm thinking.
That'd be better. But even like a bulwark would have saved him, probably.
I think if he had a vestment, that would be a lot easier to live through. So much of their damage, even right now, is magical, and it's not going to change for a while. I mean, Warbeast takes a while to get going.
Helm is pretty much just like raw HP and like a block for creeps. It's not that useful. Like if they had a bulwark or maybe even like a mighty blade into a vestment, you would have lived there and lived long enough for TPs. I don't know why they have 2 helms. Like it's useful.
I feel like everybody should be getting shrunken.
Yeah, if they get shrunkens, they win the game. Like, helms are exceedingly less useful as the game goes on. Like if they get a helm at like 8 minutes, it's really good because they can just dive towers and tank the towers. So this is like a 20-minute helm. He doesn't even have a vestment or armor or anything. Thank God they finally got the bulwark on Drunken, but still, it's been a while. I feel like they need an Abyssal on somebody too.
Indeed. Sure. I mean, my guess is Drunken. I don't think Bloodhunter has the item spaces for it. He needs a Shrunken now. Like the Shrunken needs to be his next item. Shrunken needs to be everybody's next item.
I don't know why he even has a freaking Dawnbringer. I mean, he doesn't need the mana regen. He can just buy a Chalice if he needs mana regen. I don't understand what it's even for. It's a wasted 2200. pretty much. Oh, Bubbles didn't go Thunderclaw. He's not Mbapingu.
Like, I love you,
No.
Sharkan, but why are you getting PK over Shrunken here?
Well, he wants the jump potential. I guess he hasn't been.
Now, they're going to catch
Ultimate
Corrupted down
enemies.
here. Gets frozen and hemorrhaged. There's no way he's getting out of that one, so that's a pretty nice pick, actually. This Ward of Sight was sitting right next to a Ward of Rev from the Legion team, and they didn't counter it, so I have no idea how that happened. But
Which one?
the Snowy one deep in the Legion Woods on top of the hill, that was next to the Beaver Banger pick.
I don't see a rev.
It's not a Rev Ward, it's a Ward of Sight. There was a Rev Ward right next to it before that Drents had placed.
Oh, well, dude, I have no idea.
And they
Quincy.
didn't
Why
counter
didn't you
it,
tell me
and
to
it
do
just
it
got
before it
Beaver
ran out?
Banger killed, so...
Oh my god, I'm done, Quincy.
Yeah. Well... Anyway, they're going to take Kong over here on the Hellborn side as well, and PI still with a pretty substantial lead. But...
Oh! Oh! Quincy, Abyssal's getting the Glacius is getting the Abyssal. That's what it,
Alright.
That's what it is. The dream.
Alright. He's got to ring a teacher. He's making it.
Yep, I just would like the Legion team to get more armor, really. I mean, they have a Kraken, Drunken, and Bloodhunter. All they need is a Bulwark and a Sackstone, and they're set. I don't know why they're not. I mean, I guess they need Shrunken on Warbeast. He's getting Puzzle Box as a damage item, but they really need someone to pick up Bulwark. I don't know if they need... I guess the tablets are fine, but still. They just need something forever. Even, like, Drent's getting armor would be great. It's kind of funny, though. Legion and Hellborn wards are both, like, right on top of each other. In the middle of the jungle, Quincy.
Yes, I see them. It's fine.
Yes, and Lex Talionis picked up by Kraken. Bet you didn't see that one.
I did not see that one coming, no.
No. I'd rather
In
have seen
fact-
it on Drunken Master, but it's okay.
I haven't seen him buy it yet, so you might be ahead of me again. There, he just bought it.
Yeah. I'm ahead of you by like 30 seconds then, so give it about a minute.
Yeah, that'll get fixed real fast. Warbeast Wolves annoying Tempest in the jungle as he tries to continue his farm. 320 GPM on Shortcan, so he's having a pretty solid game, and he's got a nice item progression. I really don't like that Portal Key over the Shrunken Head choice. Because I think he has
like
so much stuff to cancel his ultimate.
I don't know, it was probably like a situational thing, because I felt like earlier in the game he could have gotten ults off, he just wasn't in position. So maybe he felt like he needed the PK for his positioning. I'm not sure.
That's fine, but it's only helpful if you can actually get your spells. So, alright, good, I got great positioning, and my ultimate went off for half a second because Bubbles ulted me.
Yes.
Or silenced me, or Magnus, PK stunned me or something like that. It's like... Before the Magnus Portal Key, before the Bubbles Portal Key, it's fine. At this point,
Yeah. Has Bloodhunter gotten anything since he got token, or is that
no.
it?
Not really.
Does he really just have 700 gold?
Well, he has 1100 for me. Actually, there's Glacius gonna go on. Actually, Eruption goes right into space as well. And Shortcan trying to save him with the Astrolabe jump, but Snowy easily picked off. The rest of the Legion side trying to retreat and sort of help their teammates.
1100?
It's gonna be fine. Bubbles has, or Bloodhunter has 1100 gold right now.
Oh, you were like 30 seconds ahead of me already. Oh my god.
How does that even happen?
That wasn't even like a minute.
Anyway, Magma's gonna get destroyed by this Kraken. Wow, that Lex Talionis, man.
Yep.
That did a lot of work.
Pretty much.
He just died.
It's kind of the same effect on Drunken though, because Drunken with all that minus armor does a ridiculous amount of unsuspected bursts. It's kind of like Rift Shards in a sense. That unsuspected burst is really big.
And they're going to be pushing this top tower with 4 as they get the pick on Magnus, the initiator for the Legion side. And it's really difficult for them to fight on Legion without Magnus. He also has no eruption, so...
Yeah, the
they're going to keep going, which is good. Bubbles actually in the middle lane getting it frozen out. Glacial Downpour's there as well. Bubbles pushing himself away, but he's not going to die. Shortcan, that was a mistake.
What did Shortcan do? I'm a minute behind you.
Shortcan ulted on a dead Bubbles, basically.
What a player.
Yeah.
He
Gonna keep
used
pushing
his
this tier
PK.
3 tower with 2 actually Drunken and Bloodhunter gonna get to below half health. There's 1 teleport coming in and Drents is here as well. I'm gonna be careful about this. Bloodhunter does still have the token, but only for about a minute. They want to make use of it. The issue is they just use Tempest Hull, and they have no Kraken ultimate. They've got no Glacius ultimate. So this is going to be a much harder push than it would have been if Shortkin had managed to save his ulti, which really, like I said, was not necessary in the slightest.
I agree.
Honestly, right, that's a situation where if they lose the Bubbles kill but keep the ultimate, that's probably better.
Maybe he was just antsy. That's why he bought the PK as well.
I love this wolf in
Just
the
wanted to
background,
get
by the way. He's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
stop
sitting
Shortkin's
on the
portal key.
There it is.
And there's the eruption, actually. It looks like Sunitas will fall right here. A counter from Kraken, release the Kraken. Pretty much just on Torture, though, and Slasky's going to fall for that. So 1-for-1 so far as Bloodhunter comes back up, trying to finish off what you got in the Warbeast. Does so, thanks to the stun lockdown. Meanwhile, Teltook on the Drunken Master falls as well, and the rest of the Hellborn side has to fall back as it's a 3 against 3.
And that's kind of what I meant. Bloodhunter just ulted that Warbeast and he got destroyed. He didn't even realize it was on him until he was already almost dead.
Right. And BH finally going for Shrunken here.
And Glacius isn't going in Abyssal. He's buying a Gnomes or just a tablet. I have no idea. Why does he have a major totem?
Couldn't tell you either. Maybe he's going Energizer.
Maybe he's buying a Void Talisman, Quincy.
It's possible. There's that new recipe. A little stack of mages here. There's no way to tell us what you're doing, because we don't know.
So now we tell. I don't know. This Bloodhunter build is just really bad in my opinion.
Well, at least he's getting Shrunken now, so.
Like the Dawnbringer is just so unnecessary though. Like he could have 2 more items. Like he could have like a Nullifier and a tablet to be, or even a Basher, I guess. Sure.
I want that.
And he doesn't need 2,200 gold for mana. Like he's barely using any mana as it is. All he needs is a Chalice, and he's fine.
Right.
It's just I don't know. It seems like a complete waste of gold to buy a Dawnbringer on Bloodhunter, and the slow isn't even really that useful.
He just might want to be a little bit careful on his position. He just blocked 2 heroes, so they should be well aware that something's going on now. Hemorrhage going to be on Torture, going to get slowed by the Thunder Blast, and they're just going to leave Drents to die. He's not actually picking up the kill there. So, Bloodhunter ultimate used.
Should I? Come on, Quincy.
A good and decent person.
No. Like, look, he ultied, and he still has, like, almost his entire mana pool.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck does he actually need a Light Brand for? That's completely useless.
Well, maybe he felt like he didn't have enough item slots. I don't know why, but...
A Light Brand still goes into the same item slot, you potato.
No. Like, he's like, I want to buy an item, but I have 6 items already. So the only thing I'd buy is a Light Brand because it doesn't take an extra item slot. It just combos with something I already have.
But he has, like, 2 actual item slots.
I agree.
Come on, Quincy.
But maybe he felt like that when he bought it.
Get with the program, Quincy.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Get with the program.
You keep saying that, and I'm like, yeah, I agree.
Get
Dawnbringer,
with the program.
Shut up, Stu.
Hey, do you like Drent's investment? Do you like his investment, Quincy?
His investments because he has 740 health. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, the dream.
Yeah.
Investment's so useful. Red beats.
I mean. Yeah, it's weird, especially because the Hellborn don't have that much magic damage, and a lot of the magic damage they have is single target, so...
It's literally like Glacius.
Yeah.
And the Bloodhunter Silence.
I mean, I love vestments, but it's not
like that.
Yeah. This
I feel like if he bought armor boots, it'd be way better.
You don't pick up vestments against, like, Drunken Master and Bloodhunter. Well, I guess Bloodhunter is helpful, but Drunken Master doesn't give a crap about your vestment. Kraken, yeah, he doesn't have that much magic damage, I guess.
I guess it's like mixed damage.
And he's also not going to jump the Torture, so... Or at least he shouldn't.
Well, he solo ulti Torture, like, the last 2 fights now.
Well, I think he was not intentionally doing that.
I wonder if they're going to deny top tower, or if they're just going to leave it like that until they push. I don't know.
I would imagine they'll keep it. Usually denying tier 3s is not common. Speaking of Legion team and towers, they will pick off this tier 2, it looks like. Fuzzy Sloppy is the one who wants to get in there.
Good scouting with wolves.
Invis. Gonna find the Invis Kraken, yeah. Oh, Roar of Rev right here, and Slasky's gonna walk right into it. They know exactly where he is now. and what he's
I wonder
doing.
if they'll kill him. Are they going to
Well,
kill him?
He left the vision
Slaskid, go
radius.
back. Slaskid, will go back.
Uh-oh.
Get back in there.
Uh-oh.
Ugh, it's not going back. I hate this guy.
Uh-oh, yeah. Legion to back off here. Apparently feeling like
Oh,
they want to jump something. Release Kraken right on the face of Magmus. Luxel is going active. It's not going to be enough. Yeah, Magmus getting the portal or the Lava Surge out. He'll be just fine. He's getting push booked all over the place. Not a problem.
Yes.
Meantime, Ceratops in the bottom lane. Going to try to jump Beaverbanger, it looks like, but I don't think he has the damage to kill him. By the way, Beaverbanger going for staff here.
I said that.
Did you?
I said that, Quincy. I didn't comment
Fine.
on it, I just said. It's good because there's so many melee heroes, they're all going to be in range for
That's
result
true.
anyways. So, it's not really a big deal.
I feel like
I wish
he
it did
needs a Shrunken. Because he
He's
can't
positioning
get
himself fairly well.
He is. I mean,
So,
what you
it's
got's
not
getting
the-
a Shrunken, and I agree with that. I think the two of them, but like Warbeast and Corrupted Disciple are carries that are reliant
they
on
do
mobility. So
Yeah, that's why they need it. I mean, I feel like it's not super necessary, but if he was to get one, it's not like I would say it's bad. He's getting Geos, though. I like that. You can just get out of Bloodhunter Silence, cancel Drunken Lunge, Mid Lunge, cancel Geo, Tempest Stun, etc., etc. It's good. But
Warbeast Wolves will scout out the Kongor, and the
Shortcan got
Boundire's going to
BKB.
see them. Yay,
Yeah.
Shortcan! Now get Greaves,
He's-
please.
Oh god, he's gonna be like 50 minutes off of a refresher. Ugh.
Alright, so
And
Kongor
he's
going
probably
down here,
talking
but
with-
the
so-
Legion team apparently has no interest in defending it. They're
Do you
going
like
to give
how
up
his
their token.
bash is snow? Do you like that, Quincy?
Who?
His bash is snowflakes. Kongor.
Oh.
The bash is snowflakes instead of like the ground stomp.
Alien target eliminated.
Speaking of Bash, it's going to be a token on Bloodhunter and a Basher on Bloodhunter in another 100 gold.
100 gold. Good. And I hope Kraken buys something, pushing with 3k gold. Obviously not a good thing, like we've gone over before. Every
He's
cast.
sort of itemized with really low-cost items at this point. He's either going to have to drop a teleport or give his bottle to Znoe or something like that, or drop his Lex or his Helm. He doesn't really have a lot of item slots at this point.
I feel like you should get rid of the...
Top lane, meanwhile, Warby's going to eat the hemorrhage from Bloodhunter, but he's going to be below the 40%, so know exactly where he is now. And we'll see if they can lock him down. Bubbles coming in with the Kelp field, but Bloodhunter's like, I don't care. What you got is going to fall. Off the side, Bubbles gets the TP off, and he should be okay. So, there you go. Shrunken Head, useful item.
Oh yeah.
Completely allowed them to get the Warby skill, otherwise the Kelp field would have screwed him.
And the Magnus.
For
Stun
that.
thing.
It's fine.
Lots of stuffs.
So, 4 here is going to push down the top lane. What you got has a buyback available. He has ulti back in 3 seconds because that cooldown is crazy short, and the uptime is even longer.
Bubbles has no ult, so if he does
It's
a
true.
buyback, they need a Magnus Eruption right on top of the buyback.
Have overrun a Legion
They're
FOB.
not going to be able to catch anybody with the Bubbles ult. But it's now he placing a ward in the base. Yes, he is.
I'd like for them to do something here, and well, the Shrunken Head's still down. Actually, Magnus could be in some trouble. Bubbles coming back in. What you got does buy back. We'll see if the Hellborn do anything. There's a Tempest Toll on to 2, not going to be cancelled. Actually, they get Corrupted out of it. Dremp's the only one to fall right here. Release Kraken doesn't help, but Shortcan dies. Rupture getting channeled onto a couple of heroes, and that's going to be real bad for the token, and everybody on the Hellborn team falling. Bloodhunter all of a sudden in a real bad position, and he's going to get picked off. Snowy, the only one to survive. Why is he in base? Where did he TP out?
Because he TP'd out, I think.
Or is he
Yeah,
just
he
not
TP'd out.
there?
No, he TP'd out.
Okay.
When he saw everybody dead, he TP'd out.
Well, that was an unsuccessful push.
Yeah, they dove a little far, and then they got a little hasty even though they got back on Warbeast. They should have just gone back, try to reset the fight. But they didn't. So, that's the thing.
And the lane's Snowy could be in some trouble as well, as Corrupt Disciple is real fast. Caulfield Sun will catch him, and there's no way he's getting out of this one. Puts the freeze down, but still not enough. Bound Eye gets dropped, which is going to be 2 eyes for the Legion team, if they want to. And yeah,
One
apparently they do.
You need 2 eyes to sequence you, but Warbeast decided to buy a Basher instead of a BKB, which I like, because he doesn't really need to BKB, like I said. It's not the biggest deal in the world. Since he's dying to Bloodhunter ult, but BKB is not going to save him from that.
Yeah, well,
calm down.
It's like, what are you talking
Superior magic damage does not equal
Is it?
magic.
about? It is superior
Yeah,
magic
superior
damage. Look
all.
at that. I didn't know that.
What?
Why is it?
You don't know that?
Why is it superior magic damage?
It's like Sulfuras ults. If those ults were countered by BKB, do you know how useless those two heroes would be? That would be stupid.
Yeah.
Those heroes would be absolute garbage.
They
Once
would.
they about BKB, they'd be useless. Which is why they're superior magic damage. It's like Tundra ult.
Yeah.
There's one thing good about all of those heroes. They can use their ults through BKBs and lockdown carries. But Trent's bought armor boots! He still has 700 HP, so the investment is useless. But he has armor boots.
I actually like the back for a lot of War Beast. It's gonna let him man up on these
Yep.
Blood Hunter initiations. And once you, I mean, when he goes toe to toe with people, he's gonna win.
I just feel like they really need a bulwark still. I really want them to have a bulwark. Like, if they have a bulwark that mitigates so much damage, even if they have a frost field, it's like game over. What are they gonna do? They can't auto attack.
Right.
Three melee heroes, but I guess it's not the biggest deal in the world. Sheeps are just about as useful. So, though they're probably more useful. Nah, they're about as useful. And CD's going to Wingbow, which is good because nobody on the Hellborn team is a good BKB candidate, even though they are all auto attackers. I mean, MKB, Savage, same thing.
Arcana picked up for our Acolyte Staff. Let's go finish off a Sheep Stick for Magnus, so.
Yep.
We're getting to the point where 300 GPM gets you some bigger items. And the short
Magnus
can,
and him.
yeah, that's true. They have 2 Sheep Sticks. So.
No bulwark, but they got sheep, so it's okay. Drunken finished demonic. Kraken still has 4,000 gold. I'm imagine that he's going to sheep as well.
I think
there's
he's
not
getting,
much else.
Please get Shrunken, Solaski. Please get Shrunken. Please, 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 please. And there's the sheep. Number 1, hasted bubbles coming through onto the Kraken. He doesn't have a Shrunken, so he can't. He's going to be a fine for some reason.
Well, they didn't know who else was behind him. They didn't. The Legion team has 0 boots on the map besides the one in mid. It doesn't show anything besides the lane. I guess they have one.
Yeah, near their
by
base.
this head, giant head.
But okay, so now you have Bubbles and a Magnus, both of whom get pretty much entirely countered by a Shrunken Head. Both of them have Sheep Sticks, which get countered by a Shrunken Head. Why don't Drunken and Kraken have Shrunken Heads?
Who cares? Come on, Quincy.
Please explain that to me.
Please. Shrunken is a man-down item.
It's also a let's win this game item, because, you know...
Hellborn team is true American-bred players like Shortcan.
Yeah.
They are manly men, and they will not buy Shrunken Heads. That is the rule. I actually wouldn't be that opposed to one of them buying a demonic. Maybe Blood Hunter. I heard...
Drunken has one.
Barbed is good on... No, I mean Barbed. Barbed
Oh.
armor.
You said demonic.
Barbed armor is not that bad on Blood Hunter, I think. Right? That's the thing. People buy that.
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I guess the only advantage is that Magnus
You
and
heal.
Corrupted can't control a lot of their damage, so...
And you heal back damage, so...
Yeah, I suppose.
I don't know. I've seen people rush Barbed armor.
He has
I don't know if
457 gold. I think he has to invest in some more expensive items than that, especially because he's already got Shrunken and Bash and Dawnbringer, which he can't really drop, so... Like, I don't know if I'd drop my vest.
It kind of just limits his item pool. Having the Dawnbringer, though. Like, Dawnbringer isn't that useful on Blood Hunter. It doesn't offer that much. I mean, maybe the Frostburn if you really need it, but it's still not that big of a deal. But it looks like he's going on Warbeast or something. That was really stupid. I don't know why he used BKB.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you're not there yet? Where are you?
42, 55, 56, 57.
Oh, you'll be there in a second. But he wastes his Shrunken pretty much for absolutely
spoiling
zero.
everything.
Come on, Quincy. You'll see it in a second. It's not even that big of a...
Alright, yeah, he's near the Ancients, and we'll see.
Look at this.
Gonna pop the Silence and the Ultimate, and Warbeast's just like, I don't care. Let's fight. You wanna fight? Let's fight. Blooder's actually kind of winning this fight. Now he's not anymore because he gets bashed. He's gonna have to run away, and he nearly dies. They're trying to block out the puzzle box minion, and he will be just fine. So they'll kill the Mauler, and that's gonna result in everything being fine. Shorthand taking the true damage.
Oh no, I have no idea why I used a Shrunken. There was no follow-up coming.
Yeah, well, he didn't
I guess
know
he
that.
didn't know that though, so it's okay.
I'm
I'm not gonna spoil anything.
Okay. I guess that's fine. There's no Shrunkens on Warbeast or Corrupted Disciple, and that's going to make those heroes close to useless. The Corrupted Ultimate will still bounce around, I guess, but it's not going to be able to do a lot of
And
damage.
they'll be able to lock down whoever they need to really, really fast.
Yeah.
I'd imagine that they want to use it on somebody on the other team with a sheep instead of the two Garys.
Well, middle lane, Kraken gets sheeped out here. There is some backup in the form of Corrupted Disciple. There's a Kelp field there as well. Relief to Kraken. Gonna catch a couple of heroes. Corrupted still doing a lot of damage. Kraken somehow is gonna survive this. He's just barely tanky enough. And there's 5 Corrupted Disciples, so they don't know which one is real, and they don't really want to spend a bunch of spells to guess, it seems. So
I'd really like to see a Storm Spirit on Tempest, since if he's not going to be able to farm a Refresher, a Storm Spirit is much more useful for his entire team, because the amount of sheep sticks on the opposing team, Storm Spirit just increases in value.
It's what, a 3k gold item now, so he can buy it right now if he wants one.
Yep.
We'll put him out of buyback, but oh well. Kongor, probably going to be pretty important for the next engagement. Hellborn Insider's sort of grouping up around this area, and he's got to be respawning soon. This will be the 3rd Kongor kill, so bananas are available.
It's this liver, Quincy.
I love that. Is it liver?
Liver. Is it liver?
Liver.
It's liver.
It's definitely
Is
liver.
that Josh? Is that Josh on a different different
Likely.
account?
Or he's going to pop his ultimate and run away, as he sees the initiation potential from Kraken. Couldn't get in range for the Sheepstick, apparently. So, Legion going to take, or Hellborn going to take over the Legion Woods a little bit. And Kongor is back up, so...
Oh, you're behind me again. Okay, I'm fine. But yeah, Bloodhunter's going Savage Mace. I guess he needs it for the Corrupted Disciple, but still, I feel like it's not really a Bloodhunter item. But if you have to buy a Savage Mace on Bloodhunter, I feel like you're already in a bad position.
I mean, I guess Corrupted has 2400 health, so they can't just, like, ignore him or expect to kill him with purely magic damage.
It's just like, Savage is just really bad.
It's awkward. Definitely. Yeah. I think they might need to give Savage a buff after they buffed Wingbow. Because...
Well, it's
like
okay because a little less gold. Maybe, like, if they made it 5,000 gold instead of 5,400.
I think what they should do is make it so the evasion or the True Strike grants like Seer from Accursed. So the True Strike grants to anybody that attacks the same target.
No, that's dumb.
You're dumb.
That's dumb.
You're dumb.
You know what they need to do, Quincy? They need to make it so that way. No, I got nothing. Unless it increases movement speed as well. It's not really gonna be very much. Maybe like increase movement speed.
Because I feel like if you have a team with multiple right-click auto attackers like the Hellborn do, getting a Wingbow counters them very hard. It counters multiple heroes really hard, and you could potentially force multiple heroes to buy a Savage Mace to actually be able to hit you. So you're using one 5,600 gold item and forcing the other team to buy potentially multiple 5,400 gold items.
Look, Quincy, this is where Arachna comes in.
Yeah, but that only works for ranged heroes.
I'm pretty sure it gives a True Strike Lord to everybody, but it's just the damage buff that goes to ranged heroes.
Not sure.
I'll check it right now, Quincy.
Go for it.
Control F6. Learnatorium.
You don't have to hit Control F6, you can just hit F6.
I hit Control F6 because I'm on a laptop.
I think you can just hit F6.
Oh, damn it, it's only ranged allies, you're right.
Suck it!
Well, it's fine, you can draft around it if you see a Wingbow carrier.
I mean, a lot of
ranged
heroes
are better
are
than
potentially Wingbow carriers.
Well, ranged heroes are better in those, it doesn't matter. Master of Arms carry again, make it a thing.
Yeah.
I heard Slicks is good at that. Slicks owned on that, come on, Quincy.
He did, like, a year and a half ago, so...
They didn't change MOA. Come on, Quincy.
Well, the metagame changed. They changed a lot of the game around him. So in fact, they did change him by leaving him alone.
You gotta believe, Quincy.
I
Same thing with Hag.
don't believe. Both sides really interested in preventing the other from getting Kongor, and you can understand why. And there's actually going to be initiation in the middle lane, release Kraken right on Magnus's head. He's going to get exploded before he can get Eruption off. Shrunken Head and Ultimate from Kraken were used. Sorry, Shrunken Head from Bloodhunter, not from Kraken. It could be misleading. Actually, ooh, teleport away from Drent's not going to be successful. They find him and kill him. And that's going to lead into a base push, potentially. Do they want the token, or do they want the push? Go push, please.
I feel like they want the token more.
They want the token, but go push.
They don't know if Magnus has a buyback or not. And if he does buyback, they know that it's going to be his first buyback. And that's not that great for them. If they can potentially force a buyback at Kongor, it's better, because they can just back off and they'll be 100% sure that they're not going to be able to get anything from the buyback. But now they get Kong with token and bananas, and it's pretty much 7v5 anyways, so it's the same. It's the same effect. It's just
actually
not the same momentum.
Don't like their distribution either. They should put token on Drunken and bananas on Bloodhunter. He's got more health and he has Shrunken, so there's a better chance of getting it off.
Yeah, but Drunken is untouchable.
Which matters
Look at all
because
that
of
single target
what?
lockdown on
well,
the other
it'll
team.
stop the sheeps, I guess, but that's about it.
I just feel like Bloodhunter is more important. Like, potentially it's better, but if Bloodhunter gets sheeped and dies, he's not going to be able to use banana. And
that's
if
when you use
you
the
want
Storm
one
Spirit.
of them dying without token, it's gonna want to be Drunken.
That's why you use the Storm Spirit.
They really do need a Storm Spirit, because, I mean, Shortcan's gonna have, like, refresher at the hour mark. I'm pretty sure the game's gonna be decided in the next 10 minutes. While they have tokens, so he should use his gold. Looks like he sold something for a refresher, though, so I guess it's sorted.
Why, again, with you telling me these things? I don't even know.
Sorry, Quincy, you don't say anything about where you are.
Well, I'm going to constantly, like, call out what time it is?
No, you want to say it's a gold.
Refresher.
Yeah, so you're like at where I am right now, because I just dropped like 40 frames.
Alright, Magnus with a Veiled Rod off to the side. He does have Eruption, of course, as he never used it in the last team fight. And Hellborn really want to push in this top lane. They have the banana, they have token. They need to get on this.
They're waiting for the courier.
Yeah, to bring the refresher to Shortcan, so...
And he has a Veiled Rot, he just used it, and then he got the refresher, so that's even better. A more element of surprise.
Hey.
And Ceratops is going for the Rax? I don't know why he's scared.
He's not invisible, though, I don't think.
He is invisible. No, he's not.
I don't think he's invisible.
Right. Is that the courier? Is that what it is? Oh, there's like 50 Veiled Rots on the courier. Oh my god. Do you see that?
Yeah, that's a lot of Veiled Rot.
50 Veiled Rots on the Hellborn courier.
Oh, well, there's 5, not 50, but yeah, okay. Math is hard.
You just add a 0 to it.
Yeah, no, it's alright. So, Shortcan gonna need a big ulti here. And he's got the potential for it, but if they get a nice Tempest Hold, this is game. If they don't, they could still win it. And PI...
Well, everybody on the Legion team has
Oh, there's initiation from Magnus.
Literally everyone.
Alright,
so
good. Now you pop your silence on yourself because their stuns are down and go kill the Rax.
That's what he should be doing.
Please, Ceratops.
They don't have a Storm Spirit, so he doesn't feel as safe. There's no Storm Spirit.
You have a token, just hit the Rax, man.
Look, they can, like, sheep him, and then he doesn't have post-haste or anything.
Good sheep him. Force everybody to go on the token 2600 life Blood Hunter, and then have Shortcan hit the Tempest Hold. Well, background, Magnus going on to just crack, and they're trying to lock him down. They get the sheep stick, Blood Hunter with the hammer as Bubbles tries to run away. Blood Hunter in some trouble as he's getting jumped out. And can't really tell what's going on. Release Kraken right on the face of Mr. Warbeast. He's gonna die. Kelphield not doing all that much. Shrunken Head still haven't gone off on the Hellborn team. No Tempest Holes used quite yet. Those that are corrupted Disciple illusions. And meanwhile, the mid racks did die. So it's a pretty successful push, I would say. Sorry, the top racks. One of them lanes.
Okay.
Actually, bottom lane's getting pushed in as well, and so is mid for the Hellborn team. So they're gonna back it off and defend their mid lane because their tower is losing a lot of health.
They do need to do something soon though. Bloodhunter has token for only a minute.
Yep.
And I don't think they want to wait another 8 minutes for a window of opportunity with Kongor. They're really strong right now.
And it looks like they're going to keep pushing in this middle lane as Bloodhunter is kind of hanging out. There are 4 heroes in the Legion team here, and what you got does have a buyback available, so...
I think they're okay to just push
yeah, I
in.
think they can.
If they can force
go.
a buyback at around 10 seconds, that's really, really big.
Certos
Because that's going to be Warby's second buyback, and they should know that. You should write these things down when people buy back or when Kong dies.
Certos, you're going to hit for 500 damage if you just silence yourself and hit the tower. Please.
You sure it's 500?
He's got 300 damage already, and it's plus 80% bonus damage. Now he's got the hemorrhage onto Corrupted, and Corrupted's like, I don't really want to do this anymore. Less than 30 seconds on the token for Certos.
Last time. He doesn't really ultimate Warbeast anymore because of puzzle box and the wolves. Can't really click him, so I guess CD's the next best target.
Warbeast is back in, meanwhile. Action going off in the background onto 2 heroes, doing a lot of damage. Snowy gonna die right off the back. Kelphill into a number. Shrunken finally going up. Tempest ultimate onto everybody. It's not gonna be stopped. He's gonna be able to get a second one off as well. Certos and the entire team. No, why are they still alive? Corrupt Disciple didn't get caught. And they kill everybody. Magma's coming back in with a buyback, and there goes Certos. He managed to use his token, but that went extremely well for the Legion side for the reason I do not understand.
Well, the thing is that, like, Hellborn doesn't have any AoE for the Tempests. Like, you think it's really, really big, but all they have is single target damage besides Crack and ult, and which doesn't do anything anymore if they have Shrunken's up.
Was it on cooldown for that fight? I think so.
It was, because they ulted something else. I have no idea. Whatever it was, it wasn't really that big. It wasn't that big of an impact of the fight. And the second hold didn't catch Corrupted, and he just conduited and ulted, and all the melee heroes did no damage for the second hold. So.
Well, this is going to result in mid-rack potentially for the Legion side. They're actually trying to lock down Warbeast here, and they're doing a pretty good job of it. Shrunken, or Sheepstick goes off into Certos, and all of a sudden he's in a lot of trouble, and he's going to get chased down by What You Got, but they're both running at haste speed. This was a bad choice. What You Got literally chasing Certos into the well. Corrupted Disciple Illusion's trying to finish off these racks, but they're not doing enough damage, and they will expire anyway, so PI using multiple buybacks there. Kraken, Drunken, and Bloodhunter all having to buy back, but they do defend their mid-racks. And they got What You Got dead.
And Warbeast.
Yeah, you're like way behind. It's fine.
It's fine. I'm in 2 times. But yeah, he
wanted that kill. He got a little bit tunnel vision right there, I'd say.
He also doesn't have buyback, which is really, really bad.
Yep.
I hope Hellborn knows that.
They have the rest of the Legion side up with all of their cooldowns available, and no Tempest ultimate. They got Kraken and Glacius.
Bloodhunter ulti should be back up.
Yeah, it'll be back up by the time they hit this. So I don't think they realize that What You Got doesn't have a buyback, and so they're going to be a little bit excessively passive here. Yeah. Well, they're going to lose a tower. That might be it. The Hellborn don't really want to get caught here, so they counter the mid tower. And in fact, bottom lane is pushing in really far in favor of the Legion side now, so these bot pushes on both sides have been pretty substantial. Actually, they're going to be able to catch Kraken. He gets eaten by the kelp field as well. He's trying to run away from this, but he's not going to be able to. Release the Kraken completely whiffs, and Cholo Simeon manages to pick up another kill. He's 7-2-12, so this double is doing a lot of work. And he's got nearly 6k gold saved up, by the way. Kraken, no buyback. And is this mid-racks?
It probably is.
They'll have 1 Tempest Hole available, but Corrupted Disciple, he's just doing way too much damage at this point. He has 3,100 health with the Symbol of Rage, as well as a Wing Bow. I don't think they can kill him.
They can't. There's no way to kill the CD anymore unless they use every single spell perfectly on him. And even then, I don't think they'll be able to kill him because Bloodhunter's the only one who can do damage to him. So, I feel like it just comes down to itemization. Like this Dawnbringer, like when you buy a Dawnbringer, it's supposed to excel you in farm exponentially.
Now, everybody's going crazy right now as Shrunken Head's going off all over the place. There's a Sheepstick on Corrupted. They're trying to take him down, but it's not happening. He's running away. He finally does die, but so much used on him. There's a Tempest Hole catching everybody as Drence falls. We'll see if they can actually kill this Bubble. Shortcan is going to die. What You Got just doing way too much damage. Bubble's going to be able to get away, and all of a sudden Warbeast is just way too powerful. He's going man mode with Kraken. There's a hat trick, looking for a quad kill. Certos coming back in with a buyout. Slavsky has no buyouts, and Eruption's really not doing that much, but Snowy will still die to it. Here, we're trying to finish off what you got. They do get him. They lost the melee Rex in the process, by the way, but Morbeast has a buyback available, as does Beaverbanger. And the Hellborn side starting to run real low on those tokens. Neither Kraken or Bloodhunter have buyback. And if those heroes die, it could pretty easily be game.
Yep.
So once again, Hellborn side running down this middle lane, looking to try to counter those mid-racks if they possibly can. We're going to have Torturer back up in just a second, and in fact, they're going to back off here. So again, they just don't have the push. I mean, their wave clear is awful.
Pretty much. And
Okay.
we're just 2 alive. I mean, they're not going to be able to do anything.
I'm gonna say something crazy. Bloodhunter Thunderclaw, would that have been better?
Nope.
Okay, fine.
Thunderclaw is like... I mean, in theory it's okay because like you get more movement speed, and the reason Thunderclaw isn't that great in team fights is because you can't... It doesn't help with mobility, it's just raw damage.
Right.
Which is why it's better on ranged heroes, since they don't like need to be right there. But the thing is about Bloodhunter is that he's like really squishy, so you need to be utility based, and then towards later game you get damage. That's why Nullfire is so good, because Doctor's both. It's like the same thing in terms of a Nighthound, like you gank early game and then you carry late game.
Kongor is back up, so...
And the thing is, like, Dawnbringer's good when you get it early because you should be able to farm like 500-600 GPM with a Dawnbringer. Bloodhunter can't do that because he's Bloodhunter. So the Dawnbringer is just, it's not used to its full potential on that hero. You can't farm like 700 GPM with a Dawnbringer.
And Hellborn will be getting a Kongor kill right here. Looks like Bloodhunter dropping his Dancing Blade token. Drunken Master once again gonna get the bananas. Tempest Hole back up in 25 seconds, and that will be a dual Tempest Hole, as they have the Refresher Orb available, so...
They do get the Kong and the bananas, and Slasky Direct take it? No.
No. What did Slasky buy? He only has 1,000... Oh, all the buybacks, I guess? Yeah.
Yeah, he used both buybacks.
Felt like he should have had something, but yeah, that makes sense. And... Alright, well, Hellborn, they're going to want to do something in the middle lane, but once again, it's going to be difficult for them to actually kill these heroes. They just don't have a lot of damage output. I mean, what you got in Beaverbanger have about 3,000 gold or 3,000 health apiece. Even Magnus and Bubbles are not particularly squishy, and they're heavily mobile, so it's difficult to pin them down and kill them. Ro8 are going off all over the place. Snowy's going to be able to counter ward here, but he's going to get jumped for that and easily killed. Sheepstick goes on Beaverbanger with the release Kraken right on him, but the Eruption doing a ton of damage in the background. Slasky and Snowy are dead right off the bat. There goes the token. Certus going to respawn in the middle of everything as Drunken Master falls before he can get the bananas off. Certus not going to win the fight against 5 or 4 heroes there. No, that was 5 heroes. And the only one to survive that entire thing was Tempest, who was unable to get either ultimate off. Bloodhunter has no buybacks. Kraken has no buybacks. Teltec on the Drunken has a buyback, but he's not going to be able to defend. And yeah, this is a game.
It was really bad. Bloodhunter bought a Dancing Blade on him because he didn't have buyback.
Right.
But he didn't even use the Dancing Blade because he had a token.
Yeah.
So, you know. Pretty much just came down to buyback situations. The Legion was always on the pushing end when Hellborn bought back, so Legion never really needed to buy back.
I think on honestly it just came down to damage. I mean, you look at the damage charts. You look at the damage charts. T has 21%, Warbeast has 15%, Blunter 14, Bubbles 13, Magnus 10. I mean, the top 4 heroes on the Legion side did as much as the top 2
all of
on,
the team.
on the Hellborn side. Anyway, they will be able to get the Sheepstick onto Shorthand's Tempest right here. He's going to die. Drunken Master trying to get back in the well, but that's a CC boat getting thrown out. Tempest Hole is going to catch 2, won't be stopped, but actually Corrupted gets tableted out of it, and they will be able to finish off Shorthand. They're kind of diving the well here. Beaverbanger are going to die, but not really all that big a deal as they get Mega Creeps on the Legion team. Torch going to get pushed back in, but really doesn't care about any of this. 2-man Lava Surge and a Kelp Field as well. Able to finish off Teltook. pretty easily. Ceratops with his shrunken head up, trying to chase down Cholo Simeon as Release the Kraken. Catches 3 heroes, but the Sheepstick is going to stop Kraken for a while, and he's still going to die thanks to the Lava Surge. Trent manages to get finished off by Ceratops, but it's really not going to matter. Yeah, so that's going to be the game, as Nullstone takes the first one from Prime Icarus.
Pause, Quincy. BM pause.
Oh god, no. But I feel like that was a winnable game for PI, and...
It was. It just came down to, like... I feel like it came down to the item choices and the lack of pressure they put in the mid-game.
I mean, that was a Corrupted Disciple plus Warbeast lineup. It's going to get real hard to out-carry that, and they sort of tried to do it with a Drunken Master and a Blood Hunter, and that's just not going to work.
Nope, and they also didn't have an Abyssal on the Legion team, so they couldn't line up as well.
On the Hellborn team.
Hellborn team.
Right.
Same thing.
But, yeah, I mean, there were some item issues, I think there were some strategy issues, and I think there were some draft issues, too. I mean, you got the Tempests, which, like, Shortcat had a number of really good ultimates that game. They just didn't have
if they had a different suicide hero, it would have been better. Yeah. Even like a Valkyrie for the Valkyrie Prism, if they were going for a gank-oriented lineup, would have been way better, in my opinion, than a Drunken Master.
It's just something.
Or a Geomancer for the ult, anything.
Really do very much. So, oh well. PI, I mean, to be fair, PI probably not exactly the favorite in this series, so they put up a really good fight against Nullstone, who are one of the better teams in Diamond Division, and could definitely be taken game 2, as they showed enough potential to win right there, and apparently we're calling HTS3 too.
Yes.
So we're going to move on to game 2 real fast, and stick around guys, we'll be right back.